So a few days ago, I went to the movie theater and saw the movie The Sound of Freedom. That, by the way, I strongly suggest you see if you have not seen it yet. I can honestly say that after watching that movie, and still today, my heart broke. My heart is still broken. It is so hard for me to talk about, to just imagine the things that I saw in that movie, how the world is today, the condition of the human mind, and how, as a civilization, as a society, we're in quite the exponential decay when it comes to morals and values and standards. It is hard. Today, there's no script, there's no pre prepared topic. Today, it's just us talking about the condition of the world and how that movie impacted me and where we're going from here. Without giving away any spoilers, the movie Son of Freedom, it's about human trafficking. It's about sexual exploitation of children, about pedophiles, and about how things in the world works. It is quite sad to have seen what I saw, the fact that this is still happening today, the fact that America, the United States, happens to be the number one customer for child exploitation and trafficking and sexual abuse, quite honestly. And that is scary. That is awful to think about. That it's, just a terrible, terrible thing. Again, I don't have words to describe how I will describe what I feel towards the situation. It's just so painful. And honestly, what blows my mind, that is one of the things that appears towards the end of the movie. And again, this is not part of the movie, so it's not a spoiler. The movie took 5 years to be published. The movie was filmed in 2017, 2018, and then it sat on the shelf because the big players meaning the big movie and media entertainment companies, didn't want to financially sponsor this movie being released to the public. And it just got me thinking about how many movies that add absolutely no value to us as a society is just pure vain entertainment. How many movies we invest millions and millions of dollars a year? The movie business is a $1 billion business. And we publish movies about superheroes and horror movies, and again, movies that just add no value to us as a society. Yet people invest in them. People, publish them, and the big companies profit from them. But when it comes about a movie that opens the eyes of people, that shows the crude reality of where we are, and that can potentially help us as a society to get better. No, I think there's no budget for that. And that for me was so incredibly painful to process because it's a sad, sad reality. The first thing that came to my mind is this verse in 2 Timothy chapter 3. Starting from verse 1, it says, "But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come, for men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, and from such people turn away." If you look at this verse, this is exactly what we see today. And the part here that is relevant to the topic that we're discussing is the lovers of money. I guess in the minds of many, talking about the crude realities of the world when it comes to human trafficking and child exploitation is not a profit-making movie. So why invest in it? And again, this is a very, very sad reality that right after I saw the movie, it took me, I was like silent all night. I remember sitting with my wife and we were just both staring at the horizon because we just, I mean, how can you process that information? How can you process that we're living in a world where, kids are exploited? They're taken from their parents for human trafficking and then they're sold as goods for other people to have horrific sexual fantasies with them. It's even uncomfortable talking about this, to be honest, right now. But it is the world that we live in, my friend. And recently I read a post, a comment in one of my Facebook posts for the ministry channel, Never Far Enough. This person commented that the world is about to end, that the world has lost its mind. And I couldn't agree more. We have lost our north as a society. I'm speaking here in general terms. The governments are focusing on the wrong things. We're talking about topics like gun laws, gun control, things about abortion and like legal rights for marriage and the way marriage should work and the way that family should be oriented. And I think seeping through the cracks there is the important things: homelessness, hungriness, the right for everybody to access good health, at an affordable cost, things that are more important for us as a society than speaking about who gets to buy a gun or not, or, decide on other trivial topics, really. But that's where we are today. And just as we're seeing it in governments, by the way, it still blows my mind that Russia is rampantly bombarding Ukraine for no apparent important reason other than just political standoff. This is the same with companies. Today, I read an article in the newspaper about how we have surpassed, blew the records away of how hot the planet is getting. We are recording record temperatures, record storms, floods everywhere, earthquakes, and this is all in the Bible. A good look at Matthew 24 will show you that this was all predicted in the Bible, and things are only going to get worse. Companies focusing solely on profit are destroying the planet, which is what's causing the main thing towards global warming in the first place. The priorities of the people overall. Nowadays, I think, I haven't read this, but I'm willing to bet that more people are focusing on becoming social media influencers than on becoming, I don't know, a person that does something that is perhaps a little bit more useful than social media influencing. People just want to have money and have fame and have likes and comments in their posts. Things like, studying and educating yourself and, contributing to society in a good way are kind of a thing of the past. Everything now has to be recorded. One of the things that annoy me to a degree is the people that make videos about helping others for the sake of getting some fame. The Bible says when you do something for somebody, do it in quiet, and God that sees it in the quietness, He will reward you in public. But if you go ahead and boast about it to everyone, the good thing that you did, then you're already getting your reward. And again, this is what we're seeing today. So what we see at the government level, at the industrial level, at the personal level, it's what we yet see again with this particular movie, Sound of Freedom. Other things that make more money and that perhaps are not important took priority over a movie that should have been published 5 years ago when it was ready to be published, so that awareness is, created. I can't talk much about the movie. I definitely don't want to give spoilers here, but my friend, Jesus is coming. Things are worse than ever, and they will get even worse. The Bible says in Matthew 24, when you see these things happening, all these horrible disasters around the world. Know that this is only the beginning, but also know that your redemption is near. And I strongly believe, my friend, that our redemption is near and that we're about to get home, to a real home where we belong, next to God, our Creator, with Jesus for eternity. I strongly believe that will happen soon